Hello and welcome to State of Events. I'm Christian Franklin.
And I'm Sherae Honeycutt. Thanks for joining us.
The shooting death of Walter Scott in South Carolina has prompted a new wave of nationwide Black Lives Matter protests. Xavier Galindo tells us more.
This was the video that prompted the latest demonstration from supporters nationwide of the Black Lives Matter movement, and San Francisco was no exception. On Tuesday, hundreds of protesters stormed City Hall to
raise awareness in San Francisco around the police brutality that takes place here in our own backyard.
Unlike similar protests in the past, there was a strong police presence during the protest that was made up by mostly young people.
I came out here to show my support because I feel like it just needs to change.
San Francisco's resident Almícar López Pérez is the newest addition to the list of 349 individuals shot by police in 2015, a number that is 17 times higher than that of Canada in the whole year of 2014. With cases of police shootings showing no signs of slowing down, it does not seem like the Black Lives Matter cause will stop what they call acts of civil disobedience, better expressed as in San Francisco, Xavier Galindo, the State of Events.
The debate on raising the minimum wage continues. Last Wednesday, hourly wage workers made their voices heard. Sapna Gil-Sarup has more.
Tens of thousands of people took to the streets to support the Fight for 15. Food service workers protested across the country and the world on April 15. Their goal? To raise wages and unionize. KFC employee Jose Martinez shares his frustration.
I can't live at 1225. No way. That's why I'm here.
The Fight for 15 campaign organized these events in more than 200 cities today. The campaign started in 2012 against fast food chains. But since then, the momentum behind the Fight for 15 has grown.
The restaurant workers, hospital workers, janitors, hotel workers to make their wages increase to $15.
Now this campaign is aimed at multi-million-dollar corporations, but a $15 an hour minimum wage increase could also affect small businesses. Live in the newsroom, I'm Sapna Gil-Sarup. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Sapna. It's clear the rental market is bad. Forbes says the Bay Area is the worst place to find an apartment. In a recent article, San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose took the top 3. They say what makes it so bad is the competition. The vacancy rate in all 3 cities is about 3%. Rental prices are skyrocketing, above 12% above last year. The list is based on rent and vacancy rates. Other factors are how much income goes towards rent and how much prices rose in the past year.
San Francisco housing continues to do the unthinkable. A 4-bedroom house in the Outer Sunset just sold for over $1 million. And that's not all. Despite the hefty price, the listing warns the house is deteriorating. It went on the market back in February for nearly $800,000. Just 2 weeks after coming onto the market, it sold for almost 50% above asking price.
Summer is on its way, and SF State is preparing for a big change in their classes this June. Our reporter, Michelle Quintero, fills us in. Michelle?
Thanks, Christian. It will now be easier for students to take summer classes at SF State, thanks to a state fund that will make it more affordable for them. I spoke with the university to see how this is being made possible and the impact it is expected to have on graduation rates. This year, San Francisco State University students will pay less for their summer courses. The university is using a state-supported general fund to help pay for the summer session instead of going through the College of Extended Learning. Joe Volker from SF State's Office of Enrollment told me how the university came up with the plan.
University people from all different parts of the administration looked at what the cost would be, what it would take to put this in place, and determined that yes, it was financially feasible for the university to do it this way, and so we made it happen.
Students that qualify for a state university grant during the regular school year will only pay $185 for summer classes, regardless of how many units they take. Students that don't qualify for the grant will pay the fees they paid in the fall and spring. They will no longer pay per unit like they had done in previous years. Some students told me that the lack of financial aid was the reason they had not taken summer classes at SF State in previous years.
The cost, it was really expensive up here. And not only that, but I have to pay rent up here. So when I go back home, I can live at home and go to school.
When I informed them about the new fees, they were very shocked.
Wow. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's crazy.
The university says this change is expected to help improve SF State's 6-year graduation rates. Not only do summer classes help students graduate faster, according to the university, students benefit from learning environments such as these, where classes tend to be smaller and more personal. Another benefit of this year's summer session is that there will be over 600 classes offered, a 20% increase from last year. The university hopes this improved summer session will have an impact on its students.
I just am really pleased that we were able to do this because I think it really benefits the students, and it seems to be working. The students seem to have embraced it, and more people will be able to take advantage and use their summer to make progress.
Summer classes will be spread in 4 sessions lasting 5, 8, and 10 weeks. Courses will run from June 8th to August 14th. The schedule is now available online, where students can begin enrolling in classes. Reporting live in San Francisco State University, I'm Michelle Quintero, State of Events.
Thank you, Michelle. Cutting down on the late-night snacks could be better for you in the long run, according to a new study conducted at UC San Diego's School of Medicine. Women who fast at night may reduce their risk of breast cancer. Researchers found that women's glucose levels went down when they spent less time eating and went to bed on an empty stomach. The school recommends large-scale clinical trials to confirm their findings.
Still ahead on State of Events, a former NFL player is facing hard times.
And later, roadkill in the Bay Area is on the rise. We'll tell you why.
At first, I was a bit hesitant to try it.
To tell you the truth, I didn't think I'd fit in. But I kept pushing her and she ended up loving it.
I was surprised. It was an amazing experience.
And now we do it at least twice a month.
I've even gotten most of my friends to do it.
If you do it enough, you can get a great deal on the price.
Why didn't we think of this before?
It's a stimulating experience.
The Z-Space Studio.
Word for word.
Z-Space Studio, word for word, stimulation guaranteed. See you at the theater.
When Sarah was born, my husband and I weren't sure who we could trust with her health. Our friends recommended UCSF's Valencia Health Services. After seeing the professionalism and friendly service from VHS's nurse practitioners and doctors, we saw that they truly know how to keep their patients as their #1 priority. The nurse practitioners and doctors provided the best preventive care for Sarah.
UCSF's Valencia Health Services. Let us be part of your family.
Welcome back to State of Events. 1 year after Ebola erupted in West Africa, the virus shows no signs of slowing down. Countries with outbreaks in the virus like Liberia and Sierra Leone are seeing more cases of rape and forced prostitution. Officials say it's because almost 20,000 children lost one or both of their parents. Teen pregnancy and child brides are also on the rise in these countries.
One Seattle resident is developing a way body remains could be used to grow flower beds. Katrina Spade's website Urban Death Project proposes turning human bodies into compost. The deceased will be placed in a bed of wood chips and sawdust containing moisture, nitrogen, and other elements. The body would then decompose and turn into compost.
It will be life or death for Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. Sentencing got underway Tuesday, just 1 day after this year's marathon. Jurors were faced with deciding if Tsarnaev would face life in prison or death. Parents of the youngest victim, Martin Richard, spoke out, asking federal authorities not to put Tsarnaev to death. They say a death sentence could bring years of appeals and cause them to relive the most painful day of their lives. During his trial, a jury convicted him on numerous counts, including murder and using weapons of mass destruction. 4 people died in the attacks and almost 300 were injured.
A jury has convicted Aaron Hernandez for the first-degree murder of Odin Lloyd. The former New England Patriots tight end will spend the rest of his life in prison. He was also found guilty on firearm and ammunition charges, but the 25-year-old will face further trouble. He is also under investigation for an alleged double homicide that occurred in Boston back in 2012. The trial will begin later this year. There's been a spike in roadkill throughout California. Anya Commissar has more.
Thank you, Christian. Reports are showing that there has been a spike in California's roadkill. Studies are showing this has a lot to do with the drought. More and more animals are on the hunt for both food and water and are meeting their untimely deaths on the streets. For all you drivers out there, drive with caution. Reporting live in San Francisco, I'm Anya Komisarek, State of Events. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Anya. You may want to watch what you leave in your car. According to San Francisco police, vehicle burglaries have gone up almost 50%. The reason for the rise is a new law. Prop 47 says if the theft is under $950, it's a citation. If the person is caught, they aren't arrested. Previously, a thief would get booked for a felony. Longtime San Francisco resident says stealing cars is nothing new.
I've even gotten broken into in front of my own house. So, you know, to steal $1 worth of stuff, it costs you $100, $200 to change the window, and it's all out of pocket.
Police are warning people to leave absolutely nothing in their cars.
4 Concord athletes are being charged in connection with an armed robbery of a drug dealer. Miles Harrison, Drew Crabb, Lucas Astalasa, and James Dempsey are being held at Juvenile Hall in Martinez. All 4 17-year-olds were tried as adults. They're being charged with 2 counts of robbery along with weapon enhancement.
3 former police officers celebrated 420 by smoking marijuana on video. Cut Video produced the clip. You may remember their video with 3 grandmas smoking marijuana for the first time. It was filmed in Washington State, where marijuana is legal for recreational use. In the end, they agreed that they would probably smoke pot again under the right circumstances.
A San Francisco startup company is causing a bit of a buzz. Easy, a marijuana delivery app, raised $10 million from early investors. It's one of the largest amounts ever raised early on by a cannabis industry startup. Some experts say investments in Easy shows how cannabis, once a risky investment, is now a growing market.
Netflix is heating up the stock charts. In just 2002, when it first launched, the stock traded for under $9. Today, it's now worth over $500 a share. The investment firm FRB Capital estimates that it may hit $900 by next year.
Coming up on State of Events, we'll tell you about the race that most people don't participate in to win.
And a Bay Area event has sparked a worldwide movement. That's up next.
Small businesses are facing expensive energy bills. Much of this expense is generated from lighting. In fact, inefficient lighting can cost small business owners more than they may realize. Don't let your lights burn more than electricity. Let smart lights help you save money, and let the money work for you, not your energy bills. Smart lights, brighten your bottom line. A joint program of the cities of Berkeley and Oakland.
There are many important days in your child's life. Their first birthday, their first big game, their first day of school. Choosing the right school for your child sets them on a path for success. Apply on time. It's for your family's future.
Chances of playing in the NFL, 1 in 1,500. Chances of becoming a pop star, 1 in 3,000. Chances of becoming a Hollywood actor, 1 in 5,000. Chances of getting into a school of your choice are better than 4 in 5. First round enrollment. It's for your family's future.
Welcome back to State of Events. Efforts are underway in Kenya to save the last existing male northern white rhino. The rhino, Sudan, is under 24-hour supervision by armed rangers. They defend against poachers who kill the animal for their horns. However, Sudan's horns are removed for his own protection. The Conservancy hopes that the rhino can breed to save the species. However, time is running out. Only 4 females exist, and 42-year-old Sudan is not expected to live much longer. The Conservancy is exploring all possible methods of reproduction.
Sardine fishing will end early this year on the West Coast. The season that normally ends on June 30th will stop as soon as possible, affecting about 100 fishing boats. It's all because of a recent decline in the sardines population. Officials believe sardines are dying out, possibly because of global warming. They say the rise in water temperatures may be to blame.
The corpse of a beached whale in Pacifica is defaced. The graffiti on the dead whale reads, East Bay Rats Motorcycle Club. The sperm whale was washed ashore last Tuesday at Maury Point. Biologists performed a necropsy on the almost 50-foot mammal, but were unable to determine the cause of death. The Marine Mammal Center says that it's only had 17 stranded sperm whales in the last 40 years.
Beta Breakers, one of San Francisco's most anticipated events of the year, is right around the corner. This 7.5-mile race takes you from the Embarcadero to Ocean Beach with lots of costumes and fun in between. This year will be its 103rd anniversary, so it's not only one of the largest but oldest races in the world. The race starts at 7 a.m. Sunday, May 17th.
A stadium-sized event and movement is becoming a phenomenon all over the world. Reporter Erica Sherae was at one of the events. She is live in San Jose to tell us more. Erica?
Now, right behind me is the SAP Center, where thousands of middle school and high school students came together for this day-long event. There were musical performances, motivational speakers, and more. But you can't just buy a ticket to this event. Students had to earn their way by completing community service. Over 15,000 students came to San Jose for the event known as We Day.
They raise millions of dollars that is going to help build schools in other countries, like water wells, and feed people that are hungry, and it's changing so many people's lives.
The event is connected to a year-long program called We Act, which provides free educational resources and inspires youth to take action about an issue that they care about.
Here in California, it looks like the students this year supported between 700 to 1,000 different charities.
Students earn their free ticket to the event by completing one local and one global action to any charity or cause.
I want to see more people get excited about cleaning a river, whatever it is, just getting more excited about helping the community.
Stereotypes limit girls just as they limit boys.
There were over 30 performers and speakers who came together to help inspire the youth.
So full of creative ideas for creating change.
Surround yourself with positive people.
It's really uplifting and inspiring, and it really makes me feel like I can make a change in the world because of all the energy and all the people who are here that I know.
So sure, I have no legs, but I traveled 200 miles between 2 cities in Canada.
It doesn't matter if you come from a small town or a big city. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. There's so much opportunity out there.
Treat others and yourself with love.
The first We Day happened in 2007 in Canada. Since then, it's spread to the United States and Europe. This is the second We Day for California, and people flew in from as far as Florida just to attend. Now, 1 out of every 10 students involved in the program gets a ticket to We Day. Reporting in San Jose for State of Events, I'm Erica Sherae.
All right, Erica. This year, Coachella is getting hot and steamy. Madonna and Drake gave an unforgettable performance. Christian Franklin has more with this week's entertainment report. Christian?
You're absolutely right, Sherae. Everyone is still buzzing about the famous Drake and Madonna kiss. Madonna was originally going to dance around Drake while he performed, but Madonna had a different plan. At Coachella, April 12th, Drake was performing his new single titled Madonna. During his performance, Madonna surprised Drake with a kiss. Although Madonna is known for her makeouts with celebrities, this one had a different response. Drake's reaction was not what people expected, and many viewers claimed Drake did not enjoy their kiss. Drake then came out with a statement on Instagram saying, "Don't misinterpret my shock. I got to make out with the Queen Madonna and I feel 100 about that forever." Although Drake might have looked grossed out, he is saying that is not true, and he feels great that he got to kiss Queen Madonna. Speaking of unforgettable kisses, Drew Carey on The Price is Right acted as minister. On April 17th, Drew Carey married members of his audience. He opens the show asking, "Everybody ready to get married?" You can see members dressed in tuxedos and white gowns. They were all extremely excited, knowing that would be a night to remember. Take a look.
All right, welcome back to The Price is Right, everybody. This is the part of the show we've been telling you about. Everybody ready to get married? Congratulations, everybody, and a lot of love and success to all of you. Here we go. We are gathered here today at the Bob Barker Studio to join these couples together in marriage. Thank you for letting us all share in this special moment in your lives. Everybody, please join hands and declare that you commit to each other by saying, "I do." In the big wheel of love, may you always spin a dollar. And by the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you all married. Kiss away.
Congratulations to all the newlyweds that night. A couple weeks ago, 4 episodes of Season 5 Game of Thrones were leaked. Talk about spoiler alert. HBO has teamed up with anti-piracy partner IT Epsilon to track down the people that watched the leaked episodes. Although no serious legal actions will be taken, they are sending notices to anyone that shared the shows. According to various sources, HBO will not be taking legal actions because they do not have the name of any violators. But pirates should be wary. Speaking of shows, don't forget, Friday, April 24th at 9 p.m. Central, Bruce Jenner will be speaking exclusively with ABC's Diane Sawyer about his life changes and what his plans are now that he's divorced. I'm Christian Franklin, reporting for State of Events.
A Bay Area baseball player is showing the rookies how it's done, and a miraculous recovery brought one fan onto the field. State of Events will be right back.
Even common daily routines can make important changes. Changes like higher wages, better living, and justice. Sometimes it's just a matter of making the right choice. Fair Trade certified coffees are bought directly from family farmers, guaranteeing them better incomes and strengthening their communities. Fair Trade certified. Taste fairness. Look for the label wherever you buy coffee.
Before City Car Share, we were spending a lot of money on gas and insurance. I felt like I had to check my bank account every time I went driving.
City Car Share is great because the membership includes insurance and a gas card. I don't even know why we owned a car in the Bay Area.
Now we just have more money to spend on other things.
City Car Share is an important part of our lives.
City Car Share gives you the benefits of using a car
without the hassles of owning one.
Is there anyone out there who still isn't clear about what doing drugs does? Okay, last time. This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Welcome back to State of Events. I'm Jenna Berkman with sports. It's been a golden start to the playoffs for Golden State. The Warriors led the New Orleans Pelicans 2-0 in the first round after wins on Saturday and Monday in Oakland. Through the first 2 games, Stephen Curry is averaging 28 points and over 5 assists. Klay Thompson, he's averaging over 23 points. And on the other side, Pelicans star Anthony Davis is averaging over 30 points to go along with 8.5 rebounds and 3 blocks per contest. The series now shifts to New Orleans for 2 games. If the Warriors win both of those, it would be their first playoff sweep since beating the Jazz 3-0 in the first round in 1989. For Northern California's other NBA team, however, the postseason continues to be a thing of the past. The Sacramento Kings finished the season with the 6th worst record in the league, making it the 9th straight year they've missed the playoffs. The Kings started the season a surprising 9-5, but stumbled when DeMarcus Cousins contracted viral meningitis and missed several games. Then they fired Coach Michael Malone and struggled even more under Coach Tyrone Corbin before finally hiring Coach Carl. The NBA's 6th winningest coach of all time helped stabilize things a little bit, but ultimately couldn't salvage all the damage that had been done. The Kings finished the season 29-53, which was only one more win than last season. They'll now look to the offseason and the NBA draft in hopes next season is the one that finally gets them back playing basketball late in April. The A's currently hold a record of 6-7. They are one game into a 4-game series against the Los Angeles Angels. Despite the heated rivalry going on, our very own Shelby Nelson got a chance to meet up with A's outfielder Sam Fuld.
Change is always a major theme to the beginning of a baseball season, especially when it comes to Sam Fuld.
Sam Fuld began the 2014 season with the A's before going to Minnesota. He then came back and is now starting the 2015 season with a completely changed roster.
I was pumped last year when I got traded back. I mean, I loved it. I loved being here last year in the beginning, and I was sad to go. But grateful to get an opportunity in Minnesota too. And but definitely when I got that call and I learned that I was coming back here, I was excited.
Fuld joins guys like Coco Crisp and Josh Reddick, who were on the team before. He also joins the newcomers, including Marcus Semien and Ben Zobrist.
Most of us have been on other teams already, so we know what it's like to step in a sort of foreign clubhouse, and really this was a foreign clubhouse in spring, and even now we're still trying to get to know each other, but it's good. We got a lot of new guys, so that means they're all going to be comfortable. They're all kind of in the same boat.
But don't let a newly changed roster fool you.
We're confident that we're good. I mean, there are a lot of good players. It's not they're not unknown because of any lack of talent. It's just maybe they're younger, less experienced. So I think we're going to kind of fly under the radar this year, but I think we'll surprise a lot of people.
Fuld's current batting average is .286. He's played 12 out of 14 games so far, but one of his main goals, to just keep playing.
This is my 11th year in professional baseball, so at this point I'm up there in years, and it's really a matter of staying healthy. I feel like if I stay healthy, I got the ability to provide some value to the team.
As for Sam Fuld and his expectations, there's no doubt this team will achieve some success for 2015. In Oakland, I'm Shelby Nelson for State of Events.
Kelvin Herrera is facing a 5-game suspension. The Royals' flamethrower was ejected during Sunday's game against the A's. He threw at Oakland third baseman Brett Lawrie in the 8th inning. The incident came after Lawrie injured shortstop Alcides Escobar with a hard slide on Friday. Giants fans probably know the story behind the name Brian Stowe. Reporter Ashley Keene has more on his incredible recovery.
Please give a giant welcome to our homegrown champion and true hero, Brian Stowe.
This past week, Stowe was able to fulfill a promise made to his children that when he was recovered enough, he would throw the first pitch at a San Jose Giants game. Stowe was an EMT at Municipal Stadium prior to his attack, and this was a great opportunity to show how far he has come.
He's come a long way, and things are great, and life is great, and he's done really great for himself.
Stowe received a standing ovation after the first pitch was thrown. He also says he plans on attending a San Francisco Giants game very soon.
Thanks, Ashley. Well, that's all for sports this week. I'm Jenna Berkman. Back to you guys.
Corey Rademacher and his wife Sharon are really good at keeping secrets.
They decided not to tell their friends or family the gender of their baby and a little something else.
You're right.
Two? You're two?
Surprise!
Good night.
That's right. The Rademachers had not one girl, but two. And they took a video of their friends and family's reaction when they revealed the double surprise. It took some people a second before it registered that the couple had added twins to the family.
Well, that's all for State of Events. I'm Christian Franklin.
And I'm Sherae Honeycutt. We'll see you next week.
I still want to